I now give the floor to the Permanent Representative of Sri Lanka, to be followed by the briefer, who is now with us. Ambassador, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, it is said that there comes in the life of every nation when it stands at the crossroads of history and choose which way to go. I salute you for choosing, Mr. President, the right road, the only road to peace and development. We are privileged to have the President of Guatemala, His Excellency Bernardo Aravelo, presenting his case of reform and peace. The need for peace and all the virtues we have been pleased to allude to this morning are a sine qua non for good governance. I'm confident that the Member States will support you in your endeavour unconditionally. The message you left us with this morning is not only for Guatemala, but for all our leaders of our Member States who represent our governments as a benchmark for governance. To our leaders, I say to you, you are trustees of our nations, and this trusteeship brings with it onerous obligations in keeping with our constitutional values and the principles of constitutional economics. It was the great Mahatma, Mr. President, who said that the nation's quest for a culture of peace resides in the hearts and the souls of its people. We need to nourish the souls of our people in that culture of peace. Since the conflicts begin in the minds of people, it is in the minds of men that defenses of peace must be constructed. And to reflect on what the world has achieved and how the world should create the roadmap for coming years. Today we are happy to be part of that process where forward-looking policies presented by Guatemala and its president, present here in person, it only demonstrates how important and indispensable peace is, because without peace there can never be sustainable development. Your new policies, Mr. President, will enable to ensure the creation of stability, the restoration of state institutions, and addressing the socio-economic dimensions of the conflict at local and international level in keeping with agreed norms and standards, in addition to restoring key functions to generate basic public goods, to assemble and to establish a semblance of legitimacy and the rule of law. Towards this endeavour, you have put in place a solid domestic independent mechanism. While successors, Mr. President, are important, it is important to keep in mind that peace building is an ongoing process that has to be nurtured carefully and to achieve desired results. We wish you every success, Mr. President. Thank you.
I thank the Permanent Representative of Sri Lanka for those remarks.